So what can you do if someone verbally attacks you? And there is a very simple hypnotic trick which you can use in those situations. And I feel it works much better than all those techniques from books where there are schemes, rhetoric schemes on how to answer or how to fight back. Because the disadvantage of those rhetoric schemes is that they work on a cognitive level. And sometimes in that moment we are caught up in our emotions, like feeling weak, feeling inferior, and we don't have all the access to the resources which we usually would do. And thereby our cognitive abilities are in a way impaired in this moment of getting verbally under attack. So what can you do? Just imagine in the moment when someone verbally attacks you that the other person metaphorically, visually gets smaller, like shrinks down to the size of a child or even shrinks down to the size of a puppet. And you can even say the harder the attack is, the longer he talks or attacks you, the more he or she is shrinking. And my personal experience with this trick is that in the moment I have this imagination that the other person shrinks down, gets smaller. I don't have to get necessarily bigger, but the other person gets smaller. Then in that moment I act from much more self-confidence. I have all my resources, all my rhetorical resources together, and also the words kind of flow out of my mouth. Like I'm not thinking, like, is this right to say, is this wrong to say, what is more appropriate, is this polite or not? I mean, very often due to an idea of politeness, we are not defending ourselves properly. And with this visualization, the words just flow out. And from my experience, I'm saying things which I would not have thought I would be saying that. And they turn out to be very effective. So the other person gets really silent, sometimes humbled, and the verbal attack is over, let's say. And all that without any rhetorical techniques, without any thinking, getting caught up in like, should I say this or should I say that? It all just flows out naturally. And I would encourage you to just try it out once and then see for yourself how it works. And there is a special extra trick which you can do if you're caught in an attack by surprise. Because in that moment you might not be able to react that fast with a visualization and so on. So what you can do is beforehand prepare yourself for that situation. So say to yourself that in the moment such an attack happens, your unconscious will do this visualization automatically for you. You don't have to do anything for that, and you don't even have to know how your unconscious is going to do that. And say that to yourself, maybe close your eyes, say that to yourself maybe 3 times, and rely on your unconscious that it understands and that it will help you out in the next situation with this visualization. So if this was of help for you, feel free to give me a comment, and I'm really looking forward to your experience with this technique.